You never know what to trust these days, especially when it's to do with photos. From a fly that wears a pair of sunglasses to an optical illusion object that looks like it would rip your arm off when using it. We count 15 images you won't believe aren't photoshopped. Number 15. Perspective trick. This looks like a cruel booby trap intended to rip the tendons out of the elbows of unsuspecting tourists. But in reality, it is only an optical illusion, and one of our favourites. This particular illusion was created by Jerry Andrus, who is one of the best illusion object creators in the world. This illusion is really hard to explain in audio, but if you stare at it long enough, you might just work out how it's done. And for those of you who can't, I'll have a link to the explanation in the description. Number 14. The Two-Faced Cat. This photo looks like someone has done a crappy Photoshop job that took about 5 minutes. I mean, even I could pull this one off, but in reality, this cat is real, and the photos are unaltered. Meet Venus, the half black and half orange tabby, not even to mention that each one of her eyes are a separate colour, and the odds of having a cat like this must be a 1 in a billion case, so get your cats to work. Venus also has her own Facebook page with over 400,000 likes, and I've also linked it in the description for those who are interested. Number 13. Yosemite National Park Rainbow Waterfall. This looks like the gates to heaven, or should I say, the Skittles factory. This majestic photo of a Yosemite waterfall is natural beauty at its finest. It seems as if someone has highlighted the water, boosted and rainbowed its colours. But in actual fact, it's just another example of a perfectly timed photo. The rainbow is just a result of the lucky positioning of the sun in relation to the mist of the falls. Imagine how the double rainbow guy would have reacted if he saw this. Number 12. Two-headed rhino. At first glance, this looks like someone has chopped 2 rhinos together, but after staring at this piece of work for a few minutes, you realise it's only a perfectly timed photo of a rhino standing in front of another one. Your mind is great on playing tricks on you, because if you look away from the picture then look back, your brain will tell you it's a two-headed rhino again, leading people to think they have gone clinically insane. Number 11. Grayscale Flower. This picture looks as if the flower has survived the attack of the grayscale, but what story is this flower trying to tell? Probably not that it isn't edited, or that it's just survived a volcanic eruption. Well hey, guess what? It's just that. The flower was actually in bud while the entire plant and surroundings got covered in volcanic ash. After the dust had settled, it bloomed to become the vivid colour of red, mixed in with the background prison grey. Number 10. Cloned Home Complex. It seems as if they've given a 3-year-old a piece of paper and a pen, or a depressed designer a computer and Photoshop, because this has to be one of the most boring housing complexes anyone has ever seen. I'm starting to think the designers and a child were set free, as all the houses look like boring pieces of Lego. To make things worse, these complexes only come in 2 colours, a nice pink for the woman and a bright orange for the boys. If you're wanting to pick up one of these stylish complexes, you'll have to travel to the outskirts of Mexico City. Number 9. Giant clears snow. No, this man hasn't got superpowers, although it looks like it. You might also think it could be one of those cheesy photos everyone takes at landmarks, like the typical holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So how is this photo done then? It must be Photoshop, right? Actually, no. These are Lego skyscrapers that were built in Legoland in Windsor. But we know what you thought. It looked like that thing that was in your mother's bedside table. Am I right? Up top, down low, too slow. Number 8. Salt mountains. Usually salt and snow doesn't mix, but on this one special occasion they came together. Well, kind of. What Moto Yomamoto had created was a piece of art. The mountains and amazing patterns, which looked like someone went wild with a snowplow, were all completely made from normal household salt. Well, that's what we were told anyway. We assume this took him hours, if not days to create. And with that large amount of cocaine, salt... whoa, yeah, it's not hard to do. Number 7. Ocean Floor Gemstone. From close up and far away, actually any angle, this gem looks like an underwater fantasy. I'm constantly looking for a fish swimming around in this stone because it looks so realistic. But there is no water, seaweed, or any aquatic life involved here. The gem was actually created through an amazing process called inclusions, in which other substances find their way inside the molten material as the gemstone is forming. But even knowing this doesn't make me think for 1 minute that they haven't managed to imprison a piece of the ocean floor inside this amazing gem. Number 6. Invisible House. If you were wondering why there are planks of wood floating in the air, then me and you might just be on the same page. No, this house isn't defying the universe's physics, it's just been made to look like it by using strategically placed mirrors. This wouldn't work if the desert wasn't so uniform that the reflection becomes indistinguishable from the landscape on the other side of the house, giving you the illusion that you're looking straight through it. This house also has an awesome nightclub feature, as if it didn't look cool enough during the day. Number 5. Fly wearing a pair of sunglasses. Next time you have a fly buzzing around your room, you might want to think twice before swatting it, because it could actually be sporting a fresh new pair of Oakley sunglasses. Yes, you heard me right, sunglasses. Any person would think that this picture was shopped, but it actually isn't. This is an actual photograph of a set of 2mm wide sunglasses being worn by a common housefly. The picture was submitted to a science photo competition back in 2005 to promote advances in laser machining. Number 4. Man hangs over building's edge. This must be fake, because only an idiot would hang over the edge of a building. I mean, you can clearly tell a green screen was used to create this image. But in reality, this is an unedited photo of a real stunt, done with no safety precautions, performed by a real life idiot. He is a Ukrainian man who calls himself Mustang Wanted. You can view his videos online for free, and as always, links are in the description. So if you want to get your adrenaline pumping, then this is the guy to watch. Number 3. Clone soldiers. Is it just me, or did somebody take the same soldier and copy and paste him a few times? This picture will really mess with your mind, as you can't tell if it's fake or real. Well, to most surprises, it is real. This is actually a photo of a very well disciplined Chinese military group, marching in perfect sync. All of the soldiers being the same height and size, and having the same haircut, really didn't help one bit. This actually looks like one of those computer generated armies you would see on TV. Number 2. Ghost Tsunami. By the looks of this photo, Florida will be taken out in about approximately half a second. But if you're lucky enough still to be alive, you will know that these buildings are still standing. This mysterious photo was taken by a helicopter tour company in Florida, and it is something anyone can see on a very rare occasion. You need the air to be just the right temperature and humidity. You also need tall buildings like in the picture, which will cause the air current to be lifted by the building. Reportedly, people on the ground level say this ghost tsunami just looks like a fine mist or fog. Number 1. Airport Beach. No, this isn't some of that Photoshop magic that those kids can do these days. This is the real and very dangerous airport in the island of St. Martin's. The airport is so famous for its short runway of only 2,433 meters or 7,980 feet. This results in the plane having to fly so low that it could pull the weave off of any innocent bystanders. There are even videos online of people getting blown over by the huge propellers.